What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be adding 6 new coins to my US Classic Commemorative half-dollar typeset collection. And I'm going to be showing you what I got, of course, where I got it, and how I got such good deals. And of course, I'll share the love and let you guys know how you can get those deals too. And I'm hoping by the end of this video, you'll be encouraged and inspired maybe to start your own Classic Commemorative half-dollar collection. And why don't we just get started with the first one? But actually, before we do, I want to show off something really, really special. And this is, of course, Silver Packs. If you don't know what Silver Packs is, I did a whole video on it. You can check it out in the card over here. But basically, it is mystery packs of graded coins, and it basically gives the experience of cracking packs of sports cards or Pokemon cards, but with silver and gold coins instead of just cardboard inside. And the best part is that 1 in 10 packs has a mega hit that could be like a BU Carson City Morgan dollar or a pre-1933 gold coin, including a freaking $20 St. Gaudens double eagle worth literally thousands of dollars. But I created this product. This is not a sponsorship. This is a product that I created, and I use my reputation that I've built over the last 15 years to create a fair mystery product that what I like to call a no tears product. Because obviously, if you get the big hit, that's awesome. But even if you don't get one of the hits, there's no tears. You're not going to be crying because all the coins in the Silver Packs Launch Edition are amazing, awesome, high-quality coins. For example, almost every pack has a Mint State Morgan dollar or Mint State Peace dollar. There are ancient silver coins almost 2,000 years old, certified by NGC, and much, much more. Anyway, there are only about 100 out of the 250 packs left, so you best check out silverpacks.co and grab yourself one today. Limit 5 per customer. I've had a few requests for more, but I want to get this into the hands of as many of people as possible. So check it out, silverpacks.co, and let's get back to business and start upgrading this album. All right, so here are all the packages of the new coins. But before we look at the new coins, why don't we take a look and see where we're at so far? So first of all, this set of classic commemorative halves, it's a kind of a misnomer because there are actually 2 coins that are not half dollars. We'll get to that in a second, but there are 50 different coins in this set, and you can see on 3 pages. And there's also 5 extra slots that you can continue the set into the more modern stuff, which we may do later on. But for now, we're focused on the core 50 coins. 48 half dollars, a quarter, which is the Isabella quarter, and the 1900 Lafayette $1 coin. 48 half dollars, 2 other coins. We've already got those. Check, check. So we have 16 total coins. We have the quarter, the Isabella quarter, the Lafayette dollar, of course, the first and most famous 1892 Columbian Exposition half dollar. We also have the 1918 Illinois, 1920 Maine, amazing toning on that, the 2021 Pilgrim, Alabama, Grant, Monroe, Lexington and Concord, 1925 Stone Mountain, so almost the whole first page. Then we have the 1926 Sesquicentennial. We've got the Long Island, shout out New York, San Francisco, which so far is my favorite one, Booker T. Washington, and George Washington Carver. So 16 out of 50, 30-something percent, really not bad at all. So why don't we get started with the very first edition, which was sent to me by a good friend of mine, Sam C., or better known as C. Appleman on Whatnot. We'll get to more about Whatnot later. But he is one of my Patreon patrons and friends, and he wanted to just donate one of the coins to this collection. It is a gift, and I cannot thank him enough. Max, I'm so excited to be adding to your collection. Enjoy, C. Appleman. Wow, I am so stoked. This is wild. Oh my God, he packed this so well. Wow, this is so cool. I don't even remember which one he sent me. He did tell me, but wow, take a look at that. Thank you, Sam. Please, everybody, put in the comments a big thank you for Sam, for C. Appleman. It is a huge, huge honor to have a Patreon patron and friend like you to give me such a beautiful gift. And obviously, this will never leave my collection. Take a look at that. So let's put this first one in. It is, of course, the 1946. So that means it's going to be a little bit later in the series. It goes chronologically here. And we're finishing off a line because of C. Appleman. So we put it right in here. And I'm not going to waste time putting my glove on, but I will press it in with a gloved hand, or a pseudo-gloved hand. Bada bing, bada boom. We have 17 out of 50. The reason why, before we get to the rest of them, the reason why I think that this is one of the best ways of collecting is because of the variety. This is a punch in the face of variety. It's like even more varied than a US type set, right? I think that the US typeset, the standard US typeset, which I've done a million videos on, you can check it in the card over here, is the single best way to get started collecting. But if you're already working on that, this is something you can add that becomes a lifelong endeavor, because these are expensive coins. Some of them you can get relatively inexpensively. Look at this, every single coin is different. It takes you through like all of American history and geography and highlights some of the coolest and most important events, from architecture to battles to people, historical figures, and much, much more. So the rest of the stuff here, I got another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, I'm adding 8 coins. I thought I was adding only 6. I'm adding 8 coins. Holy moly. Anyway, most of these ones I got from Whatnot. And let's take a look at one, for example. Just make sure I don't... very cool. Yes. This one is a very important one to make sure that you get authentic, because a lot of this one, the Oregon Trail, because I think of the popularity of that old video game, this has been extremely counterfeited. So you have to make sure that you get an authentic one. Thankfully, I got this from a very, very good source that I trust. I got this on Whatnot from a seller called Red VK, and I paid a pretty penny for this. I paid $350 for this, but I actually got it for free. Yes, I got this gorgeous $350 coin for free. It's because I have referred so many people to Whatnot that I got enough credit to buy these coins, which is incredible. And that's a testament to how awesome Whatnot is. You get great deals, and if you use my link to download the app, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker, you get $15 off your first purchase. So that is a no-brainer, especially with silver going through the roof. Getting 15 bucks off is a huge, huge deal. And then you can refer your friends and also get a couple bucks extra to add towards your own coin collection. Whatnot is the last bastion. It is still the Wild West. It is the last place on the internet, as far as I'm concerned, that you can really consistently find incredible deals. Speaking of C. Appleman, everybody knows that when C. Appleman comes to my auctions, he gets crazy good deals. So, what goes around comes around. I give good deals, I get good deals. Anyway, let's put this bad boy in. So what year is this? So this is a 1926 going in. Slide that window over it. And that is one that will be in there probably forever. All right, let's speed run. Let's take a look at some of the others. All right, I got these 3 from a seller on Whatnot. And he sent his card with it, so y'all can check that out. Big Apple coins. And these, I don't remember exactly what I paid, but I got a little bit of a deal on Whatnot because I bought all 3 of them from him at once. So let's take a look at them one by one. So first off, we got the Maryland half from 1934. And I love that I have like little things from each of these coins that reminds me of things in my life. Like Maryland, for example, I went to Rutgers University in New Jersey, and I had a lot of friends that went to the University of Maryland. So they used to come visit us, and we used to go down and visit them. So I've been to Maryland many, many times, and I have great fond memories of my trips to Maryland. And now I have the $50 commemorating the wonderful state of Maryland, and I'm very proud to have it in my collection. 1934. So we turn to 1934, and we've got Maryland. Let's put it in there. And that's what's cool. You can go in whatever order you want. I think it's honestly easiest to go in order of like what's affordable and what's available, because some of them are not even easy to find. Even if you have the money to buy them, they're just hard to find. They're actually rare. But I also like to prioritize the ones that have stuff to do with my own life. So there are a couple that I'm really looking for, but unfortunately I haven't gotten all of them yet. But I'll let you know that a little bit later. San Diego half, this one is gorgeous. The ones that are related to California are just absolutely spectacular. Look at that. See what it says? California Pacific International Exposition, 1935, San Diego. And this one's in spectacular condition. Absolutely spectacular condition. I was able to pay in credit that I've earned from referring people. And what's great about that is like, I love Whatnot so much because I am both a seller and an addicted buyer. I am on there all the time buying and selling because it is so fun. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is one of the nicest ones I'm adding. Push it in with the glove. You don't want to get your grubby fingerprints all over this, do you? Next up, very cool, Pioneer Memorial, Elgin in Illinois. So somebody can fact check me this in the comments, but basically a lot of these $50 were released in order to fundraise for a specific project. In this case, I believe that this statue was built with the funds from selling these coins to collectors way back in 1936. Somebody can correct me on that, but I think that that is the case. So I also love sort of like pioneer mythology in the US. It's a very like beautiful part. I know there's political things and blah, 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 but there's still a very like exciting and admirable thing about American pioneers. And I just love that. So 1936, Elgin, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous coin. Okay, and it is at the top of the third page. Adding another one to the third page is always good because it was looking a little sparse. And we've got it in there. Looking good, looking good. All right, another one from Whatnot. This is from Denmar Numismatics, and I paid $130 for this one. And this one is 1936 Arkansas. Let's get it out of the 2x2. Wow, also in really, really good shape. Arkansas Centennial. Incredible. 1936. Love that reverse. Absolutely spectacular reverse. Now, the one that I want most is Hudson, because I grew up in New York, and I want the one from the Hudson River. I also really wanted the Daniel Boone one, but take a look at that. This one was not from Whatnot. This one I bought. If you saw a video I did where I bought a closeout of a dealer, I bought this massive dealer closeout, and there were a bunch of different commemorative halves in there. And this was one of them, and I decided to just keep this one for my personal collection. So, by the way, all the ones that I did not keep, which are ones that I already have, I'm going to be selling at my next Whatnot auction. So keep your eyes peeled, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that big old red subscribe button so you don't miss anything. You don't miss when I announce when I'm going to be doing another Whatnot auction, because I usually start those at $1, and I usually give some away. So, Daniel Boone, baby! Expensive coin, expensive coin. Let's crack it out of its 2x2 prison. Now, I love, like I said, sort of the pioneer spirit and all the pioneer mythology. And when I was a kid, my dad and I used to go camping every summer, and we used to go on all these like themed trips that he would basically design, right? I was obsessed with Davy Crockett. So Daniel Boone was a second to Davy Crockett in my book, but I love Davy Crockett, so we went on a whole trip like tracing Davy Crockett's life. Like we went to his childhood home, and we did all sorts of stuff related to Davy Crockett, and then the following year we did the whole Daniel Boone trail, right? So not the literal Daniel Boone trail, but we sort of followed Daniel Boone's footsteps. So I have a great nostalgia and affinity for that. So let's put him in his place of honor right here. See, isn't this what's amazing about collecting? I hope that I've convinced you guys already to try and start one of these collections. You can grab yourself one of these Dansko commemorative books. It's number 7094. They're really hard to find. Honestly, I would just say take a look on eBay or something, because that's probably the best place to get it, or your local coin store. Maybe they can source one for you. But look at the variety. Look at the history that you get to see. And it's building a valuable collection, and it takes a long time, so it is a lifelong project. There's no pressure, right? If you say, I'm going to be building this for the rest of my life, right, for the next 10, 20 years, then so be it, right? And last but not least, another purchase from Whatnot. I got a very good deal on this because it's unk details. It is scratched on the reverse, but the scratch is so minor that it does not take away from the eye appeal at all. And for me, for this set, I really just am looking for a beautiful eye appeal collection. So I'm going to be cracking this out of the holder. So I grab it in my pliers and I give it a little tap. Tap it over here. And that should be enough. That's right. Little piece of plastic. And look at that beauty. I don't even see the scratch. Honestly, this could go back to grading. I might send this back in someday. So now we've got our beautiful California's Diamond Jubilee from 1925 with that gorgeous bear on the reverse. Absolutely love it. I don't even see the scratch. Do you guys see the scratch? It's absolutely incredible coin. All right, 1925 California Diamond Jubilee. Adding a coin to the first page, getting us one step closer to completing the entire first page. We have 3 left on the first page. That's pretty amazing. And then what I do with this is I take a little penny sleeve from trading cards. Now I've sealed it in its own little protective case. Put it right over there. And if we have any more, I'll continue down the list. So take a look at that. Now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 out of 50. 24 to 50, just under 50%. How awesome is that? So, have I convinced you to start a collection like this or continue a collection like this? Please let me know in the comments below. I have got to hear it. And don't forget to use my Whatnot invite code, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. You get 15 bucks off your first purchase. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. And I get a couple bucks too. So I scratch your back, you scratch mine, bada bing, bada boom. Anyway, I had a great time with this. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I love this collection and I'm going to continue working on it, continue updating it, and who knows how long it'll take me, but I'm enjoying every second, every step of the way. So anyway, I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silverpicker out. If you think that videos like this are important for the public, consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/silverpicker and get access to our private Discord server, truly the most welcoming and easy place to learn about coin collecting and precious metals investing.